Hello again, everybody. Today I was going to show you how I'm upgrading my factory controller for my diesel heater, the little knob controller. I'm going to upgrade that to one that has an LCD screen and has a little remote with it and all that kind of stuff. I'm not just upgrading it to have the nicer controller. I like the old one, except for one thing. Something's messing up, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what all you can see of it, but this blue light right here is flashing. I have not been in Zephyr all morning. I just now came out here. The blue light is sitting here flashing. The motor is just barely running and blowing air. I can actually feel it down here. I can feel it coming out, and I can hear it. Now, the heater hasn't been on, and it's sitting here running. Now, it does this all the time. I come out here all the time, and this blower is just sitting here running for no reason. The heater hasn't even been on. As you can see, I showed you the thermostat. The temperature in here is cold. It is below what even that thermostat can read. It's about 30 degrees outside. There's frost, ice on the windshield outside. There's ice on the windshield, which means it is cold outside. There is no reason for this to be sitting here running when it hasn't even been turned on. It's not cooling itself back down because it hasn't been heated up. There's no reason for it to be doing that. And I don't know what this means. It's flashing, and actually you can turn it and the red lights come on. I don't know what that means. It's not on. It doesn't stay on. You can turn those back and forth. It really doesn't do anything. It lights those lights up for a second, then they go back off. Alright, I have turned the light off on the camera, and you can see this is what it does. It just sits here and flashes. I don't see any reason for it to be doing that because it hasn't been started. Now sometimes you can't even, well, I don't want to start it right now because I'm getting ready to change it out. Sometimes you can't even turn it on. You come out here, it's ice cold in here, and you can't even turn the heater on because it's doing whatever it's doing there. Every now and then it will shut off completely, but most of the time you'll come out and it's just sitting here, just the fan is just barely turning and just running for no reason that I can think of. What I'm going to do is I'm upgrading the controller. I kind of wanted to do this to begin with anyway, because it does have its own little thermostat and all that on it, which will be nice. It is an LCD control. It's got the screen right here that lights up and does all its things. You know, you turn it on and off here, temperature up and down here, go through the settings, and that's the OK and all that. It's a good idea to pull the fuse, turn the switch off, whatever, turn the breaker off, whatever you have, remove power from it before you work on it. That way, the chance of getting shocked on this are very, very low, minimal, because it's 12 volts, low amperage wire and all that. So it's not going to shock you and hurt you, but what it will do, maybe, I don't want to find out, is mess up the wiring. So let's pull the fuse. There's my fuse, and that means the heater is off. Okay, no power to it, so we can unplug the wire from it. And I didn't run it behind the walls or anything, and I haven't finished any of this yet. I don't even know if I'm going to put anything over this. It doesn't hurt anything. Alright, first thing, just like with anything else that you buy, you try to make sure not only the length of the wire is right, but the colors of the wires. Go with the, okay. Make sure the plugs are the same. Let's see, can you see that? Nope. Make sure the plugs are the same. See the same color wires going in the same spots. Bottom looks the same. And the other one plugs in. So, all right. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to pop our little controller in here. We got our screws put in, and it's mounted solidly. Make sure we got enough slack in our wire. Pop the whole thing in. There it goes. Alright, so when you first plug this thing in, this is the screen that's going to pop up. That's your time. Obviously that is not the time. 10:13 is the time. So what you want to do, settings, 10, push OK to go to the next one. 13, 14. 10:14. Okay, now, so you can see the battery light is flashing. This is a timer setting, actually. We're not going to set a timer right now. We may do that later. But first thing we've got to do, this controller is set up for 24 volts. So you got to get into the, what they call the nerd settings. And the code to get into that is 1, 6, 8, 8. And this is all kinds of settings. You can set the pump hertz, minimum and maximum. You can set the RPM, minimum and maximum. And right here is what we're hunting for. That's voltage 24. We're running on 12. So, push the down button. See the battery stopped flashing? That battery flashing indicates that you've got a low voltage, low or high. Now, we set it on 12. The voltage is not high anymore, or low anymore. Now, let's see. It just come on. See, that was just setting up the voltage to be proper. Now, you can see the little fan running. Little, I guess, cheap animation. It's just flashing LEDs. This means that the glow plug is heating up. That, I don't know what that is. Probably the heat sensor. Yeah, that's right. That is the heat sensor, because it will start showing little bars down here as it heats up. It's got none, so it's cold right now. Oh, the pump just came on. You can see the little light. And I can hear it pulsating. It's all the way down under the floor. I doubt y'all can hear that. But it's starting to add fuel. Okay, now you can see the heater itself is hot. The air, of course, coming out of the heater is hot. Or warm. It's getting there. Okay, you can see this has the pulse rate of the pump when you push up and down. And if you don't want that, you can set it with as the temperature. Just push the 2 top buttons and that changes it over to set your temperature. Okay, if you go to OK, you can see 10 degrees Celsius is what it is in here now. And that is what it's set at, 26 degrees. And you can go up or down. I had to look up what the most comfortable, probably about 24, 25 degrees Celsius, I would say. I'd say it's around probably 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I had to shut it down and cool it down and all that, or let it go through its cool down cycle. Got up to 12 degrees. It of course was set for 24. But, alright, now what I want to do is I want to try to pair the remote to that. Now I know I don't have the proper battery and I can't put this together, but I'm going to see if once I take this battery out, if it stays paired to it or not. Alright, so what I've found from looking on YouTube is hold that up until it says HFA. Hold the top button up until it says HFA. Push the button. And I guess I pushed the on button so it's starting. But, alright. You can see that the remote works now. Well, I guess you could see it. It might have been out of frame. I was looking at the remote. Alright, I pushed the on button. And whenever I push the on button to pair it, it turned the heater on. The heater is going on now. Now I can push that. And it will turn the heat up and down using the remote. I'll put it on 23 Celsius. So we'll just let this run and see if we can get a little warmth in here. And that should about do it. Anyway, I'm going to put this up and keep it for a rainy day. And I guess that's going to about do it for this video. I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.